What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm doing a very difficult video for me to make because it's about two games that I love so much and I really cannot choose between the two, and I would never get rid of one to play the other. But today I'm going to be doing Super Mario Sunshine versus Super Mario Galaxy, and I'm going to be trying to say which is overall the best game. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with any decision I make. So firstly, this video is just for entertainment and is not meant to be taken seriously, and any conclusions I come to are probably not very good as I love both games so much, so I'm going to have to make a really tricky decision. I'll start talking about what I actually like about each game. So firstly, Super Mario Galaxy is the first ever 3D Mario game I played when I was a kid. So I got it on the Wii when I was really young, and I fell in love with the game, and I've played it so many times since. I have no idea how many times I've completed it, but I've definitely completed the game 100% when I was a kid, which was really rare for me then, because when I was younger I was really bad at games, and I would tend to just get stuck on one random part of the game and just give up. But on Super Mario Galaxy I actually remember getting 100%, so I got every single star and unlocked Luigi, and I think I got every single star with Luigi as well. So I have a lot of nostalgia for this game, so that will probably corrupt some of my views. So this isn't going to be the most factual video. So hopefully you can understand that my final decision is just based on what I think. Different people probably find each game more fun than the other. So yeah, I grew up with Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. So the first time I ever played Super Mario Sunshine was just after last Christmas, so it's about a year and a month ago now. And I literally sat in my room and I completed it in 2 days. I never got 100% on it, but then I also remember going back like a few weeks later to replay it, and I almost completed it again. And so yeah, I was having so much fun with this game. As I didn't know a single thing about it, I'd never even seen videos on it and like what each level looks like. So when I was playing it, it felt like I was a kid again playing Super Mario Galaxy for the first time and getting excited by every single level because I just had no idea what was going to happen, and it was actually so fun. And I wish I could just forget everything about each game I play and play them for the first time again, because it makes it so much cooler when you don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, I had such fun playing this game and I could not stop playing until I completed it. And after I finished playing it, I actually thought it was just the best game ever. But that was more because I was so excited about having this new Super Mario game to play that I hadn't even played before. But now it's been like a while after I first played it. I know it's not the best game ever and it does have some issues, but I still think it's really, really good. And I definitely think it's much better than a lot of people say it is, because there are quite a few people who complain about Super Mario Sunshine and say it's like the worst Mario game yet, but I don't think that's true. So yeah, that's how I first played each of the games, and then both the games recently just got upgraded and released on the Switch in the Super Mario 3D All-Stars package, and I've played both of them so much. I believe I played Super Mario Galaxy more on the Switch so far because I've got 100% on the Switch on Super Mario Galaxy, so I collected 242 stars, I think. And on Super Mario Sunshine, I've still played that quite a lot, but I haven't 100% completed it. I've completed the game, and I have about 100 and something shines, but I'm still quite far off completing it. But I think I only have the shines left that require blue coins, so I've done pretty much most of the main game and like the actual main levels. So I've definitely played both of them for a long time, so I know a lot about each of them. Now I'm going to try and compare them with each other and say which is better overall. I guess quite an easy thing to start off with is the graphics of each game. Super Mario Sunshine was made quite a few years before Super Mario Galaxy. I'm not too sure about the resolutions of each game, but I believe the remake on Super Mario 3D All-Stars has got them both up to 1080p, so now you can play both of them in HD resolution. But I'm going to be talking about the art style and the graphics of each game, and so to start with Sunshine, the whole game is pretty much themed around like the sun and beaches, so every level has like a nice shiny look to it, and the water looks really cool, especially for an older game. And almost every level is set on like a beach area with a bunch of sun shining down on the water, and it looks really pretty. Although some levels do look a bit worse, especially when it's like a more darker level. I don't think the graphics do as well there. But overall the graphics do look really nice, and they're really bright, and I like games that have like bright colors and stuff. But the graphics on Super Mario Galaxy are also very bright. And on Super Mario Galaxy, every level's like really different from each other, so there's tons of different opportunities for cool graphics, and the game looks really good on its new HD remake. It makes each galaxy kind of feel real, and like it's its own planet in this huge universe that you're exploring. And I think the art style does really well to make the game immersive and make you feel like you're playing inside of it as Mario, and everything looks amazing in that game. And I think that overall, Super Mario Galaxy has the best graphics and like art design, but they're very close, and I really can't decide, especially both of them being in HD. But I'll give Super Mario Galaxy the bonus because it makes every level look really, really good. But yeah, it's really hard to decide. So maybe you guys can comment your opinions on which has the best graphics and art style down below, and I'll be sure to respond to you guys in the comments. Now I'm going to move on to like the level design of each game, and I'll start with Super Mario Sunshine. Now, Super Mario Sunshine, it has like a very distinct theme. It's based around Delfino Island, which has a bunch of beaches you visit when the sun is always out, and it's a very bright and nice game. And so quite a few of the levels have a similar theme, and they're all like beach themed levels, but you also have a level where most of it takes place inside of a hotel, and there's also another level where you're on this like floating island thing with a bunch of mushrooms underneath you. That one always confused me a bit. I wasn't sure what that was meant to be. And then there's a theme park, and I really like the theme park one. And the first level is like a grassy land with a big windmill. So overall there's quite a few cool looking levels, and a few of them are a little bit similar, but they're still quite different from one another, and they have good variety in each level. But sadly, some of the levels are brought down by some of the areas in the game being like long platforming levels, where if you make one mistake right at the end, you can be sent all the way down to the beginning, which can be really frustrating on some parts. As I do remember the first time I played the game, in the theme park, you had to climb this big area to get to the top of the theme park where there's a Ferris wheel, and I remember I just kept falling, and it was really annoying. But maybe I was just awful at the game, and I probably was because it was my first time playing, but there were some issues with this when I played, so that brought down the levels a little bit. Overall, I really like them and I enjoy the themes of each level. Okay, now on to Mario Galaxy's levels, and every single one of these levels looks so amazing. And there's such a variety of them that if you don't like one level, you'll play the next one and it will be completely different, and no two levels feel the same, except for there is a clone galaxy where it's meant to be the Honey Hive Galaxy but mirrored, but we can just ignore that, I guess. There's so many more levels in Super Mario Galaxy than Super Mario Sunshine, and each of them is much more different from each other than the levels in Super Mario Sunshine as well. So this does mean the game is constantly feeling new and exciting. Whereas Super Mario Sunshine is kind of a bit similar all the way throughout, except for some parts. But it's not too bad on Super Mario Sunshine, although I do think Super Mario Galaxy does win over this. And it doesn't have any areas where you fail one jump and get sent all the way back to the level unless that's like its premise and what's meant to happen. So the level design doesn't make the game as frustrating as Super Mario Sunshine can be. So overall I'm going to give Super Mario Galaxy a point for this one. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about the type of levels in each game. And that may not be very clear by what I mean, but I mean whether the levels are linear or like big open worlds you can explore and free roam around, and I'm going to be talking about which one I prefer. So I guess I'll start this one with Super Mario Galaxy for a change. So in Super Mario Galaxy, the levels are kind of in between linear and open world, but they definitely lean more towards the linear side because a lot of the levels it does feel like you're following like a set path and there isn't really much exploration you can do. There's only a few stars where there's also a secret star that you can find in the level, and they're not too exciting like stars you can find in Super Mario Sunshine, and they'll usually just be a hungry Luma that sends you to a new area. But a lot of times it does feel like you're just following a set path, and that can be alright, but I definitely prefer the more open world Mario games. So I can't say I'm the biggest fan of Super Mario Galaxy being so linear, although I do really like the Honey Hive Galaxy and the Beach Bowl Galaxy and a few others because they feel like big worlds that you can actually explore. And big worlds make the game feel more alive. So anyway, the levels of Super Mario Sunshine are actually very open world, and you can explore a lot of them to find a bunch of things. One thing that actually makes them really fun to explore is the blue coins, because on top of just finding the stars in each level, there's also lots of blue coins scattered around the maps, and you can go around looking for them, and if you get 10 of those, you can buy a shine. So there's already a bunch of things you can actually find in each level, when on Mario Galaxy there wasn't anything really cool you could find, except for 1-ups, and they aren't really that useful, because when you like save and quit the game, when you go back on, your live count just resets, which is a bit sad. So yeah, on Super Mario Sunshine there's some stuff to find, but also each level is more of a huge like open area that you can explore, and there's a lot more shines that you can find in each level compared to Super Mario Galaxy, where like maybe the biggest galaxies had maybe like 5 stars in the level, but then some of them even only just had 1 star you could collect, which was kind of a shame when it was like a really cool galaxy, and that was it. But in Super Mario Sunshine, each level has over 7 shines, and you have to get all 7 shines in each level to actually do the final boss, but then there's also a few extra secret ones after you complete the game. So every level's packed with a bunch of shines to do, and it's fun to go back to each level to find like a new place to go to in it. And so I definitely think Super Mario Sunshine wins on like the type of levels it has. So I'll give Super Mario Sunshine a point for that one. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about the actual gameplay and like platforming you do, because Mario 3D games are all about platforming pretty much. And so this is definitely a big feature that makes one of the games better than the other. And I'm finding this really hard to decide which game has the best platforming, because each of them gives you this new like ability. So firstly, on Super Mario Sunshine, you get the Flood, which is a backpack you wear that can shoot water, and it also means you can hover with it. This allows for a lot more platforming to be done. And in Super Mario Galaxy, you unlock the Spin Jump, which is pretty much like a double jump, and it also works as an attack. But if you jump, you can shake your controller or press Y on the Switch and double jump pretty much. So you can get to like higher places. So both of them allow you to get further, but the Flood Pack in Super Mario Sunshine means you can do much more distance, but then the Spin Jump in Super Mario Galaxy means you can get quite a bit higher. And I've heard some people say that the Flood makes the game too easy because you can just use it to get anywhere. But I actually find it really exciting because it feels like you have your own creativity to do whatever you want to get to a certain place. So you might be able to find like a cool building you can jump off and then jetpack to the actual place you have to get to. Or do it a different way because it allows for so many more options of you to choose to get to where you need to go to. But on Super Mario Galaxy, the actual platforming is quite easy, and there's not really many spots where it ever like fall off of or die at. So even though the Flood in Super Mario Sunshine allows you to go really, really far, the game has also got much harder platforming, so it's kind of more needed than having a spin jump in Super Mario Galaxy, because in Super Mario Galaxy, most of the jumps are quite easy to pull off, and if you have a spin jump to do, you can really easily adjust where you're going to go, so you never really miss a jump. But on Super Mario Sunshine, there is still some difficulty because the platforming is actually much harder, in my opinion. So combining harder challenges with the Flood actually makes it quite a lot more fun than just plain easy platforming. But I still really like the platforming in Super Mario Galaxy. I just think overall that Super Mario Sunshine does have better things. And also, there are levels in Super Mario Sunshine where it takes away the Flood, so you have to do pure platforming, and there's no spin jumps and no Flood to help you, and those bits actually get really difficult, and that's when the game feels the most exciting, when you lose what has been making the game easy for you, and you have to try and overcome the challenge. So yeah, that's why I prefer Super Mario Sunshine's platforming over Super Mario Galaxy's. Now I'm going to be talking about the music in both of the games, and this one's probably quite biased, because music is quite a big factor of nostalgia, and so seeing as I grew up with Super Mario Galaxy, I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for all the music in that game. But I just think there are so many good tracks from that game. Like the final boss fight music is so amazing, and it actually has some songs in it that make me really emotional. Like the room where you enter where Rosalina reads you a book has really calming and peaceful music. It makes me feel like sad and happy at the same time. So I guess it makes me really nostalgic to hear that song. And there's so much other great music because it's all themed around space, and space is quite big and exciting, so a lot of the music is also like that. But space can also be peaceful and kind of sad in a way, and a lot of music really makes you feel those emotions, which is really interesting. But on Super Mario Sunshine, a lot of the music's like beach themed and quite nice and calming, I'd say, and it's also really happy. But I don't have as much emotional connections to the music in that game, so I'm going to give a point to Super Mario Galaxy for the music. So sorry, Super Mario Sunshine, but I think you lost because of my nostalgia there. But maybe even if there's no nostalgia involved, I would just prefer the Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack, but I can't know that for sure. So on to the final category that I'm going to compare them in. And if there's any other things you want me to compare them with, I could make like a part 2 to this video, and maybe it would tip the scales in the other direction. But anyway, the final thing I'm going to compare them on in this video is like comparing them on how many glitches and bugs they have, which can be annoying. So basically, Super Mario Sunshine, I think it's known as quite a glitchy game, and there's a lot of stuff that can happen that makes it feel a bit unfair, because you could be right near the end and then maybe fall off due to some weird collision physics or something like that, and it can be really annoying when that happens. An example of these weird physics is in the pinball level that you can play, where you have to collect 8 red coins doing like a massive pinball machine. And when I first found this level, I was really excited and I thought it would be something really cool that I'd enjoy. But then every time you jump on the thing, it just goes really weird, and you try and use your jetpack to get across to like the next red coin, and you'll just like glitch about, and sometimes it'll mean you just die and you have to restart the level, which can be really frustrating. And I've died so many times because of the weird glitchy physics in this game. And there's a few other things in the game that can do this frustrating stuff to you, so that definitely brings down the game quite a bit in some areas if this keeps happening to you. Okay, and so now in Super Mario Galaxy, I've never really had any problems with the game unfairly killing me or something like that, and most of the time that I die it is due to my own fault. So this game is definitely much more polished than Super Mario Sunshine, and I just have to give Super Mario Galaxy the point for this one. And so overall, I think I'm going to have to go with Super Mario Galaxy as my favorite game. And it's really, really close, and these categories don't really sum up the whole game, as there's a lot of other factors that I can't just directly compare, so who knows which is the best game. It's very opinion based, so I guess you guys can also comment your favorite of the two, and I'll respond to you, and you can maybe give a reason why you like one over the other more. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and goodbye.